It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Houston Texans and the New York Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Slayton. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door. First and goal. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You could certainly make the case, Mike, that he had one of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in NFL history. Not so much just his personal play, but he has completely rejuvenated that Houston Texans locker room and that Houston Texans organization. It was incredible watching him as a rookie. Tell you what, though, I think he's even more capable here in his second year under center.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll come up here, first and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he'll get forward to about the 42. Tyler Nubin is there for the stop. They face second down and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Now and he's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense going to take over now for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Texans offense ready for their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And now it's 4th down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll manage to get to the 33. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. He'll work forward, a short gain to the 25. Daniil Hunter with the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, it's Robinson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Daniil Hunter with the stop. Third and 6. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. Third and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Berrios on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense about ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Brought in by the tight end, Schultz. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. Backs to his tight end, Schultz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
2nd down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Here's Stroud. This one complete to Jordan. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will work the middle with Mixon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Stroud. To the goal line and in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Ray gonna return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll look to throw again. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. Back to the air one more time. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's going to have the first down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points. The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Giants have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So we've reached halftime here in Jersey with the Giants on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. We're likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Berrios on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Texans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Now he takes off. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Stroud to throw here on first down. This one complete to Higgins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On play action, Stroud. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field. And finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Ray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They'll run with Tracy. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. He's going to have it. at the 12-yard line, enough to get the first down and keep it going. On the ground, here's Tracy. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Texans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go play action with Stroud. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down. That's quickly out wide for Kirk. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Stroud. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is caught. It's Robinson. Second and 7. From out of the gun, he'll throw. This one is caught by Robinson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Sending a receiver right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Big play coming up. This is third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. They get 21 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On the zone read, a give to Tracy.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. There's that man again. Another catch. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
They'll run here, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
Down here this close, all it takes is 1 defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to be taken down. Defense got a head start there. Here it is, 4th down and goal. They'll throw out of the gun, and that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run with Mixon. Oh, no. That is not going to work out at all. That will be a safety. You are hoping your running back can do something to give you space. And, Greg, they got the absolute opposite. Instead, it is a safety.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. That's all they're trying to do is give themselves some breathing room and get their quarterback out of the end zone on this next snap. But instead, the defense is all over it. They get in the backfield for the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Jaxson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And that stop right there will do it. Even though they have 2 timeouts remaining, there's just not enough time on the clock to get another attempt. What a huge stop with the game on the line, and that will all but end this game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Stroud down to a knee. And that should put the finishing touches on this one. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Stroud down to a knee. And that should put the finishing touches on this one. The last two runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.